Let's make some vegan scrambled eggs without tofu. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're going to make some plant-based eggs. And not the tofu eggs. This is a whole other version based on the Just Egg product, which you've probably all tried out there. It's in just about every grocery store now. That is what this is going to be like. So we're going to use some split mung beans. If you want to come in and take a look, it's a tiny little bean, and it's got that yellow flavor just like an egg does. So I took a half cup of those beans and I just covered them with about a couple inches of water, or a couple inches over the beans with water, and I let them soak overnight. So it's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours you want to soak them, and they puff up to about double their size. Okay, so we're going to get started here. I've already got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we are going to use our NutriBullet today. So we're just going to put our beans in the blender. And you can, of course, you can make these on a nonstick pan, but I'm really trying hard not to use nonstick cookware because they're really not that great for you. Ceramic cookware would be all right if you tried that. I do have a carbon steel pan that I have pre-seasoned, but it still sticks to that guy. So I'm going to show you an alternative way to do it in the oven. So that's a half a cup of soaked mung beans, a half teaspoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, a half teaspoon of Bragg's liquid aminos, or you could use a low sodium soy sauce or tamari. And I have a half teaspoon of onion powder and a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. And I have a fourth of a cup of aquafaba. And aquafaba is the liquid on the cans of chickpeas, and it's a no salted chickpeas. So that's just the juice that's in those cans. And a fourth of a cup of unsweetened soy milk, but you can use whatever unflavored, unsweetened plant milk that you like. And then just to give it a little bit of that eggy flavor, this is completely optional, but this is really going to make it taste like egg. It's an Indian black salt called Kala Namak. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm just going to do a little bit, maybe anywhere from a fourth of a teaspoon to a half teaspoon. And we're just going to blend this up. And you're going to blend it up until it's really creamy. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. Plus, Complement is completely transparent about ingredient sourcing and third-party testing, publishing the results directly on their website. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. Alright, so you want to blend this really well because you don't want to have any of that graininess that sometimes when you blend a bean, sometimes they're still a little bit grainy. But you want all of that graininess to be gone, so it's nice and silky. This is a great recipe, especially right now when, you know, if you're not plant-based already and you're still eating eggs with the price of eggs and everything going up. This is a good incentive to stop eating eggs and just eat this. All right, so this is enough for 2 people or 2 to 3 people. And I'm just gonna pour it out onto my pan in a really thin layer. And you don't need to cover the whole thing or make it all, you know, connected together, because we're going to just scrape that off anyway in the end. But you don't want it to be really thick. Okay, there we go. So my oven's already at 350. We're going to put it in there and we're going to start at 5 minutes. And then we're going to test it to see if it's kind of spongy and firm. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. Okay, let's get back to the show. Okay, they're out of the oven and it took 7 minutes. So what you do now, you can just do this onto a plate, or I'm gonna do it onto my cutting board here. You're just gonna kind of peel it off, really. And if you could see this, it's like that, it's got that spongy texture of eggs. It smells like eggs. It's just, my brain just can't even compute how this works. And then you're just gonna kind of chop it up so it looks a little bit more like eggs, you know, like scrambled eggs. And I realize, you know, this isn't exactly like scrambled eggs, but once you taste this, oh my goodness. I fell in love with it, and I am so addicted to them that I want to eat them every day. And when I went plant-based, that was something that was really difficult for me, because I probably ate 2 eggs a day my entire life. So eggs was a difficult thing for me to give up. Now it's not. This is great. Well, I'm gonna make myself a little breakfast plate, and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, now it's time for a taste, but I forgot to tell you, if you have extra of the egg, or if you don't wanna make it all at one time, just keep it in a sealed container in the refrigerator, and it's good for almost a week. So you have plenty of time to eat it. So, and too, if you want to put extra stuff in your eggs, by all means go ahead, mushroom, red bell peppers or something. But I'm kind of a purist. I like my eggs plain with a little bit of pepper. I'm gonna have you come in and look at this so you can see what the texture's like. Very spongy, just like an egg is. I'm just gonna put a little pepper on mine. This is my favorite breakfast, and I would eat this for dinner, which I probably will tonight. I love these so much. Now, it's not exactly like an egg, but I think this will get you past the need for eggs. It's still really, really delicious. You're gonna love it.